if APC agree that they have written an agreement that they're going to vote for Tinubu or anybody, they agree to vote for, the whole North will abandon APC and join another party and leave APC to be on its own. It's not possible.
So 2023 might not even be sure for the South.
I doubt it. I doubt it very much. I doubt it very, very much.
2023 is on the radar now, and people like Chief Ayo Adebanjo, the Pan Yoruba leader, is saying that the Yoruba is under deceit, that the North are deceiving the Yorubas, because right now the North have been able to spend 2 times of 8 years. We have President Obasanjo, who did 2 times from 1999 to 2011, and Yar'Adua came in, but unfortunately he died, and President Jonathan came and did 6 years, 2 years half of Yar'Adua and all that. Then we have President Muhammadu Buhari, who has done 4 years and is on the second leg now, doing another 4 years. And people are saying, okay, where is it going? And in 2023 they are talking about one Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is going to carry on from Buhari, President Buhari. Some people are canvassing for Ekiti State Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi. Some are saying, oh, maybe we should bring out Fashola, and that is by the side. The Southeasterners are also saying, oh, we are here, we've been neglected for a long time, this is our time. If you don't want us to go for Biafra, if you don't want us to be marginalized, then we should be able to give a candidate for 2023. And one Senator Shehu Sani came out and said, well, it is not good for the North to retain it in 2023, but the South, we need to put their house in order, the South, West, and the Southeast this time around. And if that is not done, then the North might get it. So are you afraid for 2023? Do you think the Yorubas can get it? You as one of the Yoruba elder statesmen.
When I told you initially that the white men they are restructuring the country in such a way that perpetually the North will be in power. When they were there, either they joined with the East to form government. Right from the time of first independence, plus after independence, the first group was Ezekiel and this thing. First we had the unity government just before independence. After independence, it was East and North. Then in the 1979 so again, it was East and North. Ekweme and Shagari.
Yeah, Shagari.
The first time that it comes to the West is when Obasanjo, and they were just doing that as a gift to Yoruba for 2012. Yes, that was it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have considered it. So me, I don't see anything. I mean, I don't see any person. 2023, I think it's still the same Fulani people that will come in.
That is fearful. How do you mean, sir?
I say the structure has been built. You find that the North are more politically conscious than we are. There are Lagos population alone is about 20 million people. Voters out of the 20 million, at least more than 10 million can vote. Voters in Lagos is up to 2 million people who really voted. Why should that be? But you go to Kano or go to Katsina, which is very, for Katsina is not up to here. The Katsina capital is not up to between here and PI. It's not up to that.
Not up to Victoria Island.
Yes. So, and They have 1 million voters. They have 2 million registered voters. What is wrong with us? This was talking. That is the beginning where you cannot register all your people. I mean, if, for instance, Lagos should register 10 million, nobody will say it's too much for Lagos.
Of course.
You go by the time they put Lagos and Lagos vote 5 million for somebody. It's taking half of the vote already.
Of course.
So I mean, this is where our failures are. We see that there's a Tinubu that is control. Some of our people cannot even tell their children to go and vote for somebody. They won't listen. So you can talk and talk and talk. When you cannot even control, you can't ask your next of kin to say, "I want you to go and vote for so person." It happened to me once. I wanted to test politics. That was 0-party election.
Okay.
You stand up and your people will queue before you. So I was there. I stood up. I said I want to confirm election. I stood up. I see people who are going to vote. I saw my own brothers and their wives going to another line. If anybody told me in those days that they will not be my supporter, I will say it's not possible. These people, I trained their children. The children live with me and I trained them, and they didn't vote for me. This happened to my eyes.
In your own lifetime?
In my own lifetime.
You yourself?
1990. This Bacha confirm or something.
Okay. I think 1994.
Yes, about that. I didn't. I see my own brothers. I mean, these are my father's children. No.
They vote to another party.
They vote to somebody else. They stood.
So you became shamefully standing alone.
I had enough people. I had many people who I don't even know who came to. They just say because I'm there, they're going to vote. My own people that if you come to Lagos today, they say, if I one of them had phoned me this morning. I mean, that is after the voting, I called the family meeting. I said, look, I did this to just test. I'm not a politician. I don't want to be. I just want to test how your loyalty is. It's loyalty test. Okay? They said, I'm begging. I'm sorry. I said, it's not.
What befell them? What is it?
So that is what Nigeria is. That is what we are.
We're disappointment to ourselves. So we don't even know. It's like we don't even know what we want.
I mean, the problem is money.
Money politics.
Give you good bread and put 500 naira inside the bread. Give sandwich instead of standing. See, I've been standing in election queue this morning. Take bread, eat inside the bread. You see 500 naira. So what do I do?
Those people that are sharing Indomie and Kara and 2 derica of rice.
Yes, and that is what. I remember my friend when I mentioned his name to Chibuduku. He's a politician. He was competing with Deleke.
Okay.
Deleke, the one that competing with Shedbawan came to Gbongan that day. We went to my friend's father's house. And my friend was calling all the people who were sorry to say, they said the man brought in salt and other thing that they want to collect their own before they come. Let's not that they cannot come to the show now. They have to go. I said, look at people. That is what we are.
Are you saying it's the same stomach infrastructure politics?
Seriously. A man that I've told you this morning. Somebody gives in 100 naira to go and buy Gary and put this in it. Where do you think that's the person that has immediately solved this immediate problem? You don't want to say that you should go and vote Showore Abid or Drotoye. So who is everybody called Drotoye? Even the elite that knows that they need to move. They need to move. I was telling my people, I said, look, people are arguing. Enough is this, enough is that. I say, this is a game of number. If the blind men are 2 million and the blind man vote to somebody, and the educated people are only 100,000. You vote for that person, the blind man will win. So this is a game of number.
So how is 2023 going to look like now? Are you still nursing the fear that the North might still get it? Because now they are saying Tinubu, some are saying Fayemi, some are saying Fashola.
If anybody that does not support M Block will win. If they not should support anybody, if they decide to say, okay, let's give it to an Igbo man, and they support him, they win. But they say the way things are going now, nobody is going to. If what I see can happen is that if APC agree that they have written an agreement that they're going to vote for Tinubu or anybody, they agree to vote for. The whole North will abandon APC and join another party and leave APC to be on its own. So, I mean, unless we have to do a lot of juggling mathematics. There is nobody, whether southwest, southeast, that will say, we can do it alone. There's nobody that can do it alone. And if, for instance, the southeast they didn't vote for Buhari, and now they say we are baptized. How would they not be baptized? Oh, did you vote for me? What else do you want me to do for you? I give you minister. I give you this. What else do you want? My constitution said I should choose a minister there. I choose. But I only have 5% vote there. You cannot be president with the 5% vote so you give him. So you can see these are basic issues that we have to look at. If you see because they are not there are many illiterates there, they control their masses. When Rimi was my minister, late Abubakar Rimi, yes. Anytime I went to Kano, in front of his house, I just see many people. I said, what are these people doing here now? They're going to feed them. They'll go and give them tuwo and all this. All that. And when we are driving along the street, you see, how can we not vote for him? And yet, in those days, even when he was for his politics, it wasn't in MPN, it was in MPP, which is this man's party. Late Aminu Kano's party.
Yes, that's Aminu Kano, Talakawa party.
It was in that party. And the people voted for him.
En masse. So the power of the people and the indulgence of the ordinary people.
Yes.
And the arrogance of the elite. And the educated ones.
Yes. Here, we say, this people is doing this. It's too arrogant. It's too this. I mean, I'm Chief. We say Tinubu is useless. It's so rude. If he stands here, Adibanjo stands here, Tinubu will defeat him. En masse. That is a fact. That is the truth. Tinubu may be this. Some Yoruba people have sold us to the north. I mean, without Tinubu, in fact, there was I remember before they formed this APC.
There was a CPC.
Shoba was their representative in the discussion. I said, look, if you people insist that you're going to have the president, you will not win. If you say the North will have president, you will win. The North will vote for you, and the youth vote to area will give you a piece in the center. There is no way you can be in the center without the collective, and it is easy for them to get everybody into one group. When Nasir Rufai, when he won in Kano, I said, you won, you defeated the vice president. Not the vice president, the so-called
Sambo.
Namadi Sambo. He said I wanted him to lose his deposit. The president, I said, how? I said, if he had lost his deposit, because if he got 300,000, he had 1 million something. So if he had got
that's crazy.
And that is how they North are. They are more politically conscious than ourselves. During registration, everybody will go and register. Here, we say, Oh, what am I going to register for? I'm going to put myself under the sun or under the rain to go and vote. These people, whether sun or rain, they are there. Tonight, overnight, they can wait till daybreak to vote. But no, we here, so you just find that whether we like it or not, the situation will remain the same. I don't think, unless we restructure, we cannot go out of this mess.
We can never go out of this quagmire.
Not the way we are now. It's not possible.
So 2023 might not even be sure for the South.
I doubt it. I doubt it very much. I doubt it very, very much. Because after this year now, 2023 started, you can see people, political maneuver will start. People will start moving from one.
Jega has already joined PRP. That's the former INEC chairman, and some people are already doing some kind of movement. They chased him out of the party. That was day before yesterday. Urubebe, they chased him. They rejected him totally.
Imagine that. Urubebe that nearly caused confusion. If Urubebe has got his way, Nigeria would have been on fire after Jonathan lost. And because he said no, he challenged Jiga.
I won't take it, sir.
I won't take it.
It created a drama that was sustained for 15 minutes. Yes. The country nearly broke.
Yes.
Tensive and pensive.
It was Shugheta that saved the situation when he called Buhari that I congratulate you. It was too late for Urubebe to do anything. And this same Urubebe, who is from South, is now saying he wants to go and join APC. You see, this is the problem we have.
I'm shocked that I didn't know you got to that level. And the same Koro that was minister of that PDP has even joined APC now.
Yes.
And Urubebe too was trying to even join that party and they rejected him. They said he was crying in his house just the day before yesterday. He was so devastated.
Imagine that.
Urubebe that nearly destroyed the victory of President Buhari and APC.
That is the politics of Nigeria.
No ideology.
Yes, we are not looking at them, looking at face for money.
Let's quickly ask you before we round up. Really, looking at President Buhari, who do you think he is? Really, if you look at him, do you think he's the kind of leader that Nigeria deserves at this time? And what do you think are his strengths and his weaknesses?
I think we have to be fair to Buhari. Because a lot of people are condemning that he's not, he's too old, he's too this. I think that is, in fact, they even, I could remember, I listened to a lot of this Igbo area TV. They say, it's not Buhari that we have there, it's Jubril. I say,
Jubril, I mean, no, Jubril something.
Jubril from Sudan. You think Nigeria is so stupid? And you think his family will be so stupid to be with somebody who's not. I mean, how can you even think like that? Somebody who has a wife, who has children, and this, so the children will now take over. I don't think people are just. I think this is, in fairness, the man he means well for this country.
I mean, President Buhari.
He means well for the country, but it is not going to be. It's not easy. I mean, if. Like the governor of Osun State, I spent too much for him. I spent for the wife, for the children, for this thing.
Senator Bikula Amusu, the former governor.
I mean, that was the man. He means well for this country, especially for the corruption. In fact, that was the reason I supported him to start with, because I knew that the way they were sending the money in those days, it was like. Money has finished. It was so much.
Money is going out of fashion.
Yeah, it was too much. And I said, what if all this money we are spending, we put it on infrastructure? I mean, the roads and the electricity and all those things, it will be solved. Now, he has spent 4 years chasing the money. But most of it cannot be taken. The little you can get from inside people's houses in Lagos here, inside their corridors,
even inside the bunkers, bedroom.
The one abroad is there. And you see, our money, if they take it away from Europe and America, it will affect the economy. Yeah. Because we are the people. If you steal money and you use this in the country, you used to build infrastructure, to build roads, to build schools, and so on, I will support it. But when you steal it and you keep it in a vault somewhere in Europe and they are using it to do their own business, that is criminal. That is not right. And that is what is happening to us. That is what is happening. All the money is in Switzerland, in the UK, this and that. They left it there. And the problem is when they die, the family cannot have access to that money anymore. It's finished. That money belongs to state. Even if they have access to it, they will charge them, they will give death duty. The duty will take 50% of the money. So the money belongs to them because they wait until they monitor the man as soon as the land is dead. That hand goes to state. So it's just like they give room for the money to deposit in the state, and they are now telling us we are corrupt. The same people that think we are putting money in their country, we stole money from our country to put in our country, they say we are corrupt. Why did they not say we are not going to take it? We don't. There's no bank here. We don't allow you to put any money in our bank.
So they should even gag us against bringing the money to them.
Yes.
Instead of taking the money and
that's exactly what I said about this 419 drug people and so on. So it's the same thing.
The buyer and
the seller. It's the same thing. You take the money there, you put it in their bank. They use to develop their own selves. They will leave us with nothing. And they come back to blame us that Africa, one of the 10 corporations in the world is so. When they are enjoying it, they use it to show social development in their whole country. Now, I don't know which minister. They said he stayed along Oxford Street, is a very major street in Britain. There's one hotel that Jimoh Ibrahim has in Oxford Street. It's a Marble Arch Hotel.
Okay. The same Jimoh Ibrahim.
And so one of our ministers was just throwing £500, 50 pounds down. People are taking it as if it's just like hand base that they distribute.
£500.
50 pounds. 50 pounds.
For them to just be picking.
Yes.
Was he doing charity or what?
Just dashing people.
One of our Nigerian ministers.
Governor.
Okay, governor.
Yes. See, that is what
kind of a country is this?
That is where the problem is. That money, if he brings it there to this country, if he brings £500 to his village, it will do a lot of things.
Lastly, maybe you should give President Buhari an advice on how to run the country in a way that it will benefit all the tribes, so that we won't have the Igbo saying that they want to become Biafra, then the Yoruba will say they want to go to Ududua, and the Hausas will now say, okay, we're also looking. How do you think the president should run this country? What advice do you have for President Muhammadu Buhari as an elder statesman, as one of the men who changed the face of the telecommunication industry?
I think what I can say is that the president should just feel the tempo of the country, feel what people want to see. If it is restructuring that they want to see happen, let it happen. And to take up the fear of the people, because everybody they worry about marginalization. They are not giving. They will give. I mean, if Yoruba man is president, when Obasanjo was the president, check Abeokuta Lagos road was bad, very bad. Ogun, Ota road to Idiroku was also bad. And that one leads to his farm and leads to the university.
Yes.
The other one leads to Abeokuta. It's not, okay, what impact will I say he has done to Yoruba land?
The road is still very horrible now. I think, did you pass the road recently? It has become worse.
I've never tried it.
Just try and pass it. Just go try it from Lagos, from Oshodi down to Ifo to Abeokuta. You're going to
expect that with him there, he will have made that road 10 lanes.
Yes.
It will have been good. But nothing is done. And that is the son of that place. If you make an Igbo man the president, he may not even attempt to do his own village. I mean, the fact that it's an Igbo person or Hausa man that is the president, it is the policy. If he has good policy for the people of the country, it does not matter where it comes from. That's me. If, for instance, if you say you you are the governor, and my town is wretched. My people are wretched. They have nothing. Then you have done nothing to me, even if you are from my town. And Gbongan will say, what has Obasanjo done to him? He hasn't developed the basic infrastructure in the place. The water is not there. The light is not there. Everything is gone. So it doesn't matter whether an Igbo man is president or Hausa man is president, in as well as he has a policy that will help grow economy.